A Mars conjunction Pluto synastry aspect indicates a powerful, intense, and often transformative connection between two individuals. While it can bring immense passion and deep attraction, it also frequently highlights significant behavioral differences, particularly concerning how each person expresses their will, asserts themselves, and deals with power. Here's an analysis of the behavioral differences and dynamics often seen with a Mars conjunction Pluto in synastry. Core dynamics and behavioral differences. Mars person represents action, drive, energy, and assertiveness. They tend to be more direct, open, and upfront in their desires and approach to conflict. They want to act on their impulses and assert their will. They might feel provoked or annoyed by the more subtle approach of the Pluto person. Pluto person represents transformation, power, intensity, the subconscious, and hidden motivations. They exert their power in more subtle, sometimes indirect or manipulative ways. They are deeply concerned with control, often stemming from their own fears or unresolved psychological issues. They may be drawn to transform or profoundly impact the Mars person. Specific behavioral manifestations. Power struggles and control. Mars may react to perceived attempts at control from Pluto with open rebellion, defiance, or direct aggression. They might feel their autonomy is threatened and push back forcefully. They can become controlling themselves in response to Pluto's influence. Pluto can feel compelled to control the Mars person, sometimes through guidance and at other times through outright manipulation. They may feel threatened by the Mars person's independent actions and try to dominate them, often unconsciously acting out their own fears. Expression of desire and anger. Mars expresses anger and desire directly and often immediately. They might have explosive outbursts but can also forgive more easily. Pluto deals with underlying resentments or subconscious issues, which can manifest as passive-aggressive behaviors, subtle provocations, or simmering intensity. When Pluto's hidden intensity erupts, it can be deeply transformative or destructive. Communication styles. Mars tends to be straightforward and prefers direct communication. They can get frustrated when things are not openly expressed. Pluto may keep things hidden, preferring to work from the shadows or communicate in more veiled ways. This can make the Mars person feel like they are walking on eggshells or that there's something unsaid. Intimacy and sex. Both planets are associated with sex and survival, leading to incredibly intense sexual chemistry and a powerful, magnetic attraction. Behavioral difference. While Mars seeks direct physical expression, Pluto seeks deep merger and transformation. This can manifest as one person desiring more open, passionate encounters while the other seeks a profound, almost primal fusion that can feel overwhelming or even invasive. Transformation and growth. This aspect is a catalyst for profound personal growth. Mars can learn to be more aware of underlying motivations and to channel their energy in more transformative ways rather than just reacting. They may learn to stand up for themselves against subtle manipulation and voice their needs more clearly. Pluto has the opportunity to bring their subconscious fears and controlling tendencies to conscious awareness. They can learn to express their needs more directly and authentically, rather than resorting to covert power plays. Potential challenges and how behavioral differences play out. Resentment and bitterness. The differing approaches to power and expression can lead to resentment, especially if the Pluto person feels the Mars person is too brash or if the Mars person feels manipulated by Pluto. Volatile arguments. Disagreements can escalate quickly into intense, explosive confrontations due to the raw energy of Mars combined with the deep, sometimes dark, intensity of Pluto. Obsession. The Pluto person might become obsessive about the Mars person, feeling a deep, compelling need to merge or control. Unhealthy dynamics. Without self-awareness and conscious effort, this aspect can lead to unhealthy power imbalances, manipulative behaviors, and even destructive patterns. It can manifest as a trauma bond if not handled constructively. Working with the aspect. For the Mars conjunction Pluto synastry to be constructive, both individuals need to develop significant self-awareness and emotional maturity. Key to managing the behavioral differences includes open and honest communication. The Pluto person needs to learn to express their needs and fears directly, and the Mars person needs to create a safe space for this vulnerability without reacting harshly. Understanding power dynamics, acknowledging the inherent power dynamics and consciously striving for mutual empowerment rather than domination. Respecting boundaries, both individuals need to respect each other's autonomy and boundaries, recognizing that transformation should be a shared journey, not forced. Self-reflection, each person should understand their own natal Mars and Pluto placements to better understand their inherent drives and subconscious patterns. In summary, the Mars conjunction Pluto in Synastry is an incredibly potent aspect that can lead to intense passion and profound transformation, but also significant behavioral differences stemming from contrasting approaches to power, action, and emotional expression. Navigating these differences requires conscious effort, clear communication, and a willingness from both partners to confront their deeper psychological patterns. If this video helps, remember to subscribe, like, and share. Thanks for your support. Synastry Venus.